All right, so the time is 8:46, 8:47 now, and obviously you see the title of the video. YouTube needs to work now. I need money, and the reason why I obviously making this video is because I would like to make money from YouTube, as well as I'm sure everybody who's on YouTube, that makes videos. They want the income, they want the money, and then secondary, obviously they want to get their knowledge and their values and their ideas out to you guys, so you guys can absorb them. And I think YouTube is probably is the most influential app out there to this day. Don't mind me, I'm drinking my coffee. Yeah, I think YouTube is probably out of this whole generation, and I believe for many generations, YouTube is number one in educational learning. College is second. We can argue that back and forth. Anyways, yeah. So typically on a day-to-day, I would wake up at 5:30, 5:46, or I'm sorry, 5:30 and 5:45 a.m. to go to work. I am a welder, metal fabricator, but today I'm not going to work because I have court. Yeah, it's been an ongoing battle with my kid's mother, and days like this is where it impacts my financial income, because I'm missing basically a full day's worth of full days of work to attend this whole court thing. So I'm gonna give you guys a rundown, and this is the reason why YouTube needs to work, and why I need to make money off YouTube, and why I'm making this channel, why I'm making this video. So 4 years ago, I had basically it's like a rags to riches story, or basically from like a riches to rags story. I wasn't rich by any means, but I was very, very comfortable. I had money in my bank account. I had money in crypto. I had money in the stock market. I had my dream car, which you guys can see there or wherever you see it. It was a Mercedes-Benz C-Class. This was 4 years ago. 2020 is when I got the Benz. I got it in January, I believe. Today would mark the day. I got the Benz. Drove off the lot, and that feeling that you get when you have a car, let alone the dream car itself. You just feel elite, like an elite level. I worked hard to get that car. Well, I actually worked smart to get that car. And there were days, back then I had money in my pocket, just not really caring about, how much I'm going to spend in the day. And obviously I was financially aware, but, when you get to a financial point where you can blow $200-300 at a casino and not think about it, that's how you're that guy, right? So, like I said, there was days where I would, if there wasn't anybody available to hang out with, right, my friends or my brother, I would go to the casino and just blow $200-300. Obviously I would win some. Obviously I would lose more than I would win. Don't gamble. I would lose more than I would win, and I wouldn't think about it, right? I would kind of just laugh it off and get something to eat afterwards, right? So that was, that was the lifestyle that I kind of developed for myself, through smart financial investments, as well as working, a job, just tapping into different things, and collectively creating all that income from different sources, right? But this is kind of where it went downhill. And I can get into more detail on this, my whole life story, in separate videos. And again, I'm pursuing this YouTube thing. I look at it as a gig, right? I mean, I've tried different gigs to get extra income. Nothing's really sustainable. DoorDash could just eat mileage in your car, especially if you have a semi brand new car. That depreciation will go down. Gas, you know how gas is, guys. Gas is up and down. That's, I don't know. Doing side jobs, it's just a hit or miss. A lot of times it's a miss. Trying to, have a schedule where I can work Monday and Tuesday, when I don't have my son, to work part-time. Obviously, even retail jobs, they're not taking anybody that wants to work 2 days in the week, for 4 hours. So it's very hard to come by. And every other Sunday, I'm available too, but it's been tough, to be honest. So, yeah, today I got court at 11:20, and that is regarding child support, right? So, this year has been, well, I would say last year, as 2025 is now. Hopefully this year I'm gonna try to make it as good as possible. I'm gonna focus on small things. Again, focus on obviously being a father. That's number one. Number two, my job, getting better at that, so I can hopefully get a raise. Again, I am a metal fabricator. I do weld, and I went to school for that. And basically, it's like everything that the school that I went to, I got 2 certifications out of that school, and one of the certifications is actually it's called a DOT. Now, basically, what a DOT is, it allows you to weld on bridges, to all that stuff. I'm just waking up, guys, so just bear with me. I figured I do this video because I just have a lot on my mind, and I guess this is the only way to really cope with that. So the DOT that I have, the certification that I have, one of them is actually there's a 33% pass rate. When I took it in school, I was nervous, but passing that DOT, at a 33% pass rate, it makes you feel good, right? So it makes you, and on top of that, it puts you at a level, at a hiring level, to where you can get recognized, right? I thought. So long story short, I move out of Mass to the location I'm at now, and the area, the state that I'm in now. And I feel like from there, things kind of just went downhill, because when you invest your time and effort into somebody who, just like I said in one of my posts, one of my YouTube reels, basically people are for themselves. People are just for self. That's just how it is. That's the reality of it. There are people who lend a hand, right? But not enough for you to feel comfortable. And that's just the reality of life. There's no way around it. That's how human beings are, right? We're basically for ourselves, and then we give. We can get into that in the comment section. When you have somebody who at the time you feel like it's everything is good, and then little things just start to happen, right? Over the course of a year or 2, 3 years, you start to see some true colors. And they do say it takes about a year or two to actually get to know somebody and to see how they are, right? So yeah, so furthermore, I'm living with this person. She gets pregnant, and at the time, I was working residential, basically watching over troubled teenagers. That was hell itself. So, at the time she got pregnant, and I was thinking to myself, the second I found out she was pregnant, I thought to myself, I need to do something, right? I need to tap into something. So I went down this whole rabbit hole, and I had this idea of, welding in my head. I don't know why, but in high school, I kind of tapped into it a little bit. And I wasn't that serious, because in high school, I obviously I didn't really go to class, and I didn't take it serious. And, but I did find welding interesting, right? So, I had that idea. I was like, let me just see, I Googled, top welding schools in America, just to see. And then I narrowed down to the location that we was at, and I found welding school. So, I went there. By the way, getting the loan itself was just a pain, because at the time I was still getting mail to Mass, so I had to drive to Mass to go to the bank that I was banking at, and then driving back and forth, and then getting denied for the loan just to get into school. So I got denied from the loan, from the bank, and then luckily I developed some good negotiation skills at a car dealership that I was working at, years prior. So, and again, guys, you don't have to go to college to develop skills, especially social skills. I firmly believe that sales will help you develop some social skills as well as selling skills, because selling is important. Really, that's kind of how the world goes around, as well as structural infrastructure. So yeah, I developed that and I applied that. So I was going back and forth with the loan officer, and eventually I got the money to attend the school. I didn't get the full what do you call it? The full, I guess, the full check to pay for the whole school, but I got a loan, so that was good enough. And then I brought it to the school. That day was just hell, because the bank the bank was like almost closing, and I had to like rush and talk to the loan officer. She denied me, so I went back and forth. Yeah, maybe I'll talk about that in another video, but yeah, eventually, luckily, I got the loan, and I rushed back to the school to go give the money back, and yeah, January 1st, I believe, or January 5th is when we started school. First day, and of 2023, I think. Yeah, 2023 of January. I think, yeah. It's been so long. Time goes by fast. And then, so first day I get to school, and I was just like, at the time, I mean, money was just, I still don't know where it went to this day. It's just, I guess, you got to pay for this, you got to pay for that. You want to go out to eat, you want to enjoy yourself, trying to have a good time, trying to, maintain a relationship through hobbies and going out, So eventually, the money that you have, the money that I had, kind of just trickled down. And, I had to downgrade a car because I didn't want to put my son in a C-class twin turbo, As far as safety, I mean, I was like, well, I gotta look at that. So, yeah, downgraded the car, and then, man, it's just so much happened during these years that I don't even know what the hell. And this is a raw, uncut video, so I'm not gonna edit. I might do a little bit of editing, but I just want to just run it through, because I just want to be real with you guys, and not, if I mess up, I mess up. I don't care. So, all right. So she got pregnant, and then I was like, let me attend the school. I got into school welding, and at the time I was working residential, basically, watching over teenage troubled kids. I can talk about that in a different story, but my first day at welding school, they gave us a demonstration. We did the demonstration, and at the time, I lit the rod with the torch, and I put it to the metal, and my first bead, aka my first weld, I was like, yeah, this is it. I liked it, right? I fell in love. So I indulged myself in welding. I looked at welding videos even after school. I tried to read the book back and forth. It's kind of hard to read a textbook back and forth when you got to demonstrate some things. But I basically breathed, ate, and slept welding for months. And then it's where it got rougher. So after school, we graduate. Well, a month prior to that, we were told to apply at different jobs. Reason why is because a month before you graduate, they encourage you guys to apply at school. At a job straight out of school. I believe no matter what school you go to, if you're in the trades or if you're in college, before you get out of school, guys, make sure you apply, because you don't want to apply right after you graduate, because that'll extend your employment further. And I learned that the hard way. So a month after I graduate, no, Yeah, I would say the day of graduation, my applications were already out. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I applied at like 15 different jobs over the course of like, I believe it was under a month, really. And I had 3 or 4 interviews, and there was one interview where basically, so in the trades, what that I know of in the trades, when you apply somewhere, they want to see what you do, right? They want you hands on and what material they're using, whether you're in the automotive business, whether you're in the construction, or if you're welding, or if you're an electrician. I'm pretty sure they want to see you do a demonstration of the skills that you can do, right? With what they use. So there's one job I applied at. I mean, it was a good paying job. That's what kind of got me in there. That's what kind of intrigued me to apply, because they were paying at like, I think $30 an hour, right? I mean, straight out of school. And at the time, me working at Amazon warehouse, nothing will humble you more than working in a warehouse. You will be humbled. You will see things and experience things that's like, this cannot be corporate America. This cannot be the working class. So yeah, I'll talk about that in another video. And by the way, I was doing overnights, and I have insomnia. So combine that. Yeah, I digress. So, all right. So yeah, we get out of school. I got sidetracked. We get out of school. I apply. Oh yeah. So I had this interview, and again, I'm down and out with the money. Right? We need money. I need money. Baby is gonna be born soon, and I'm like, what the heck do I do? So, I go to this job, and they had me weld this. It's like 4x1 piece of metal that they put together. Anyways, so I do it, and I shit the bed, right? I guess I was more nervous, and I was more anxious to get the job rather than seeing the settings on the machine, and seeing my placement, and seeing everything that I learned in school basically just went out the window, because I was so anxious to just work and get the job. But when afterwards, it looked like crap. I can show you guys actually. I'll leave a picture right here of what it looked like afterwards. It was so bad I had to take a picture. But yeah, it was so bad that the manager came over, and he was like, everything right? I was like, I'm all set. I was so frustrated. I wanted to just like break everything in that damn shop. Yeah, man, it was bad. But I look back now. I mean, obviously, I know what to do. I know what to do now. But I mean, man. So, anyways, I already knew I didn't get the job. So I applied more. And in between the time of me working at where I'm at now, and still struggling to get a job, and still struggling with the money, now at this point, my new car that I got, not the Benz, but the car that I traded the Benz for, now that's a couple payments behind, and now I got the credit card companies calling me, and I'm still trying to figure it out. So I left Amazon. No, before Amazon, actually, I was working at T-Mobile. Actually, at the time working at T-Mobile, I was still going to school. So I would have to basically leave a little early just to make it to class, just to make it to welding class, and just grinding it out. Because I got the baby. I got the baby coming, and it needs to be 10 toes down. This marathon it's over. I got a sprint now. And I'm just trying to get my head around this whole thing, right? And just trying to make a way. And fast forward, I leave T-Mobile to go to Amazon because I seen a stupid ad on Indeed, and they were hiring, I think, like at $18.50 an hour. And at the time, I was like, well, that's kind of like a no-brainer. We could use that money. So I go to Amazon, and the first thing, guys, I'll talk about that in another video. I last maybe like 2 months, and I leave, and then I get a job at Dick's Sporting Goods. Again, while still going to school, right? And it's just like, you get to a certain point in mentality wise where you just feel like you've been running this circle so much that that circle is just changing shapes. You know, the second you think you're doing good, or something happens, boom, you get paid for this. Or the second that, you know, you have money saved up, something happens, and it's just like you just can't, you know, you can't live. You can't live, so you try to make a way. And, you know, even to this day, it's like that. And like I said, I have court because of, you know, stupid child support. And it's like all that work that I put in and all the money and the income that I'm making is just all getting taken from me at the blink of an eye. You know, so it's like it does impact somebody. I don't dread going to work, but after a day, you just get like, you know, you think to yourself like, why am I even doing all this? Because the money that I'm making is just basically getting taken away from me. I'm getting 1/4 of my check a week taken from me, and you know, the courts don't consider, you know, your net income. They go off your gross income, which means they go off of your, you know, before taxes. They look at that. You know, they don't consider rent, they don't consider food, they don't consider utilities, they don't consider, you know, none of that stuff. You know, gas prices and just everything, man. Everything is just going up, and it's like, you know, again, this is why I'm making YouTube, because I tried different gigs and I try to apply at such and such jobs, and it's like you could only, you know, where else can you go? You know, now I'm making this YouTube video, YouTube video and channel, and just trying to, you know, just talking about my life. And if you can relate, that's cool. We can talk about. You can talk in the comment section. I'm open to conversation. If you guys want to just leave a hate comment, go ahead. It'll give me, you know, that's what it's there for. But just know, guys, if you are falling on hard times, especially the guys out there who, you know, who actually work and put in work and, you know, try to take care of their kids, or just try to take care of their family, you know, whether you have siblings or if you have a mom or a dad and you try to take care of them, just know, man, like, yeah, hard times are gonna come. They're definitely gonna come. And, you know, people say like, oh, I'm in the same boat. Well, yeah, I'm in the boat. I'm in the passenger side waiting for you. Like, hop on, man. Like, I'm there with you. Like the work that you do, and do the work that you like. That could add on to some happiness. That can give you some glory in a day, in a rough day, right? It could be a little therapeutic if you do what you like, even if you are having a shitty time. If you're having, you know, a hard time in life, you can find some joy in that, even if it's for a couple hours a day. I do work 8 to 10 hours a day, and you guys know, for my blue collar workers out there, you guys know that blue collar work, or even any kind of blue collar work, it is taxing on the body. So, you know, yeah, there's days where I get at work and I just sit in my car to just like recuperate. I guess we are all trying to figure out what the hell this life is about. So, you know, again, I got court at in about 2 hours, so I gotta go and get ready, take a shower, and yeah, just have fun in court, because, you know, that's you know, some people are just in that some people are just brainwashed to just do what they think is right to affect the lives of other people who are involved, you know, in their child's life. I gotta talk about that in a different video. So just trying to stay afloat and, you know, do the do. Let's go ahead and leave a comment. I'm not gonna tell you guys to subscribe, because if you want to subscribe, you can. If you don't, that's fine. You can be a one-hit wonder. Watch the video one time, but at the very least, you know, share this video, like it, so I can grow this channel, and send it to somebody who is having a hard time. I'm over here stuttering because I'm still trying to wake up. But yeah, share this video with somebody who's having a hard time, and just know, you know, like you're not alone. You're not alone. I'm in the same boat with you. I'm in the passenger side saying, hop on in, you know. But I think you can get some good value out of this channel. And yeah, hopefully you guys could experience the growth over the course of this channel. I don't know how long, it could be a month or it could be a year on this YouTube, and try and get monetized and try and make money off of this YouTube and see where it goes. I'll see you guys in the next video. Again, guys, you guys aren't alone. Yeah, life. Later. Peace.